the best show when it comes to youth entertainment. YoTV. On a Tuesday, nobody can do it better than we can actually do it. So for the next 60 minutes, keep it locked because you're going to be chilling with me, your QOT Katingala, as well as the one and the only. Charitable, he is the president. The only president that can give us the State of the Nation address. And no one can do it like him. T-I-D-O.
Latsiba, standard prestige, of course, it is your boy, our president, the T to the R to the D-O, holding it down on the 8th wonder of the world, Jaka Katingala said today, Marusking and Kato, whatever Horekamos celebrated the 100th year of a very great legend who walked this very country's land, the one and only uTata Nelson Mandela, and whatever every single year we always celebrate and we always commemorate this day to Yene by doing 67 minutes of nothing but random kindness or even a gesture fella of charity. But we want a game.
Okay.
Because I mean, uTata spent like his whole 95 years while he was alive fighting for the struggle and dedicated himself to actually build that country. Marayano Rona as Batu 67 minutes on one day is enough. I think not, which is why today I've invited some really awesome organizations to come through and help us out with a couple of tips as to how we can turn every single day into a Mandela Day.
You know what, Tato? Before we actually spill all of the tea, because I can't wait for the Blues Culture and Mzansi,
what's it?
I just think we should just get the show started. In 3, in 2, in 2, 1.
I'm rushing home, and when my homework's done, I get my plate of food and tune to SAPC1. We're guaranteed the best of shows, of course it's YoTV. So just tune and change your mood and come and kick it here with me. Yo, you still hanging with yo. You are tuned into YoTV.
Woo! Mamtikalishi! Look guys, I've been saying that word like the entire time. I don't know why, but this is an official welcome to YoTV. So like Tato said, we are celebrating one of the most important days in the entire year. It is Nelson Mandela Day, or also known as Mandela Day. So on the Blues Culture Mzansi, Tato, I wonder, what are you actually going to be telling us?
Why is it that on just one day do we go out and actually do something nice? Because at the end of the day, uTata's legacy was just all about eradicating poverty and really just doing a whole lot of kindness throughout the whole world. So uTata and the problem is with the young people. Because we think, no, it's okay, 67 minutes is enough. No! Which is why our two organizations today, to get to the next level of these charity games. All right,
Tato, I kind of feel you. And in case you actually didn't know, Tato, right? This is the 8th year since the UN had marked the 18th of July as an official Mandela Day all over the world. So not only us tomorrow will be doing our 67 minutes, but everyone else in the world.
Yes,
but then on that note, Tato, I mean, if I go out and I do something for 67 minutes, by the time it's the next day, I've already forgotten. So
this is true.
What are we trying to do though?
Look, man, the plan, the goal, one thing and one thing only on the Blues Culture Mzansi, turn every single day into a Mandela Day. And with that being said, we also have a monthly competition that is in line with this concept right here.
Okay.
So Benji, if you actually go out, come and do something kind, you can snap yourself with it until post it online, tag us at YoTV Live, and you never know, you could be the one to walk away with some really awesome YoTV prizes. Because at the end of the day, Tata wanted so much more, especially more South Africa, as a Mzansi and really just go out there and do the most.
I love the new word, guys. Only the president can make official new words.
That's the word, right? Hey, man. Yo. Mzansians, let's unite. Come on, Get 18th July. Get better, uTata Nelson Mandela. Let's turn around and celebrate the Blues Culture Mzansi. Help a homeless homie. Just love movement. Homonate. Getting a lot. Get by me.
Wow. Okay.
Hanging with YoTV.
We're going to wipe the floor with them. And you're going to pay my costs for the next 20 years.
I'll see you in court. You and who? true.
You don't want to end up in court. But when you do, let Clientele Legal tackle your court appearance for you.
Let Clientele Legal tackle your legal problems. Whether it is a car accident, unfair dismissal, uncontested divorce, unfair blacklisting, or a wrongful arrest, we have tough professional lawyers standing by to assist you.
The service at Clientele Legal was quick, professional. I felt like I was the only client.
With the help of Clientele Legal, I kept my job and I can support my family.
SMS Clientele to 41445 and we'll call you back. SMS now. When you go to a private lawyer, you'll be charged for every phone call, every letter, every consultation. But our legal plans cover everything.
I definitely got value for money. It didn't cost me a cent, just my monthly premium.
There was one man with his lawyer against a big bank, and I won.
Clientele is the name I trust.
I bought a set of these chairs, but this one is broken.
There's nothing wrong with this chair. Look.
I've got rights. Please change it to avoid legal action.
You won't have a leg to stand on.
Level the playing field. Join Clientele Legal today. No matter who you are or what your background is, you have rights. Clientele Legal will protect them.
No matter how big or small your legal problems, don't tackle them by yourself. Clientele Legal will do the tough work for you. SMS Clientele to 41445 and we'll call you back. SMS now.
Welcome to the world of YoGetta. Delight your senses with the new YoGetta custard. And now, for you, YoGetta Defenses, source of vitamin C and zinc. YoGetta, flavor that rocks your world.
This week on Bonisanani, we are getting older every day. But somehow it doesn't seem likely that we will ever actually be an old person. We discuss and debate how the world treats older people and why.
They are our mother and fathers. We have to respect them.
And we see how following your faith helps you see things with a kinder eye. Bonisanani this Saturday at 6 a.m. only on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to it. You're watching YoTV Live right here on SABC 1. I'm Mzansi for sure, where it is #YoTalk, and we're back with your favorite Bluest couch in Mzansi. But before we head over there, as you guys know, every single Tuesday, we have the best of the best when it comes to guests, when it comes to teens. So I'm chatting with Zukanya. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
All right, I'm good. So you are from Feed a Homeless Homie. Alrighty, cool. So now, as you know that tomorrow is the 18th of July, that day where we all have to go out and do, our act of service, as they will actually call it. So what will you be doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we'll be doing what we always do on a monthly basis. At this moment, our organization has about 4 teams, to which each of them has a drive every weekend. So every weekend of the month, there's just something going on. And what we do is we feed homeless people. Literally, we walk around the streets looking for them. Whenever we see them, we hand them the sandwich, we hand them the piece of clothing that we have, or a blanket.
All right, so you are one of the few people that are actually making Mandela Day an everyday thing. We'll actually try, right? Yeah. All right, so as we've actually seen that, as generations go by, Mandela starts to become this other figure that we don't really know of because we weren't born in that time. So do you think that, the 18th of July still has an impact on today's generation?
Definitely, definitely. I was speaking to Ntiko, a teammate.
Yes.
And he mentioned that these days are important because they raise awareness, right? Like fees must fall. If we were not aware that some other students were being oppressed by the system, or they were struggling to pay their fees and they couldn't afford, if there was no awareness raised for that, we couldn't actually take action. So these days are important for even those that were not there during the time of Mandela to actually find out what's going on, and to know our history, their roots.
True. Well, if you guys don't know, right now, as we're actually sitting here in the midst of this country, of this city actually, a very important person is here. Do you know who that is? A very important person is here right now in this country.
In this country?
In this country, in this city, actually, like we can drive to right now.
Sure it's not me?
The second most important person.
I don't know.
Obama! Oh, Breezy is in the country and he's actually giving his lecture today at Wanderers Stadium. So apparently it's very full. I would say you can go, but you can't because you're watching YoTV and we don't want you to stop watching YoTV. But he is actually there today giving his lecture for the centenary of uTata Nelson Mandela. And on Thursday, something very exciting will be happening as we have the CEO of the Nelson Mandela's Children's Fund in studio. So you definitely don't want to miss that. You definitely don't want to miss him on the Blues Culture and Mzansi, just, you know, giving his bars and his shots. But then one thing I don't want to miss are your social media comments. So I'm going to just read a few, right? So on Facebook, I asked you guys, why do you guys think we should actually make Mandela Day an everyday thing, right? And then Kat and TV said, start by taking action in your community, lend a helping hand to those less fortunate and start making that small change. True. And then Mandela says, by teaching kids about Nelson Mandela's history, that's very important actually, because I mean, if we do not teach our kids or, you know, in the future, who Tata actually was, and they're going to take the 18th of July very likely as just a day of public holiday.
Exactly.
All right,
just to skip school.
Just to skip school, you know. And then Kamukhelo says, hashtag YoTalk. Thank you for using the hashtag. Be generous, courageous, and always be kind. And hashtag education is life. So those are also one of the things that uTata actually stood for, that each and every single child deserves free and quality education. But you know what? I'm going to let you go. Not yet, because I have to call Tato first. I have to call the president. Tato. Already in Pinchak. It's the Blues Couch rating. I think we can go there. Let's go.
Confused, wild, undecided, rebellious, or even awkward. Are we really? Let's chat on Blue Couch.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. What it do, and welcome to it. Of course, it is the one, the only, the Blues Culture and Mzansi with your boy, El Presidente, T to the R to the D-O. Taturi Tebum, Fana Oko Kruger's dope when I'm here to represent everybody back home and all them Mzansians, man. And I wait skin, when how you welcome Mzansians, you can love Tatanyan. Because come to celebrate the uTata Nelson Mandela centenary. Meaning, everybody tomorrow on the 18th of July is going to be going on and doing random acts of kindness for 67 minutes. But the issue is that I feel like Mandela Day should be every day. And what's actually crazy, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that uTata's legacy was all about eradicating poverty. And unfortunately, back in 2015, Stats took out a stat that said that over 30 million South Africans were still living in poverty. Now, this is a bit of an issue with me, and I'm guessing with a lot of people also chilling at home, because that means that probably over 60% of the people who live more country in Yarona, but the fellow citizens in Lerona, they are living in very low standards of living. Imagine, guys. Before I can it's only right that I also introduce my homies all the way from FeedAHomelessHomie. Put your hands together for the homies. Guys, where's the energy? Put your hands together for the FeedAHomelessHomie. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Are you guys good?
We good.
Number one, man. I'm amazing. I'm feeling chilled right now, man. Like I said earlier on, there seems to be a thing whereby some people who live, for lack of a better word, better than others, tend to not actually even look at them. They tend to look away. And I even went out and actually made a bit of an observation, something like this. Just a week or two ago, there was a cold front that hit the Western Cape. And the cold conditions from the Western Cape actually ended up hitting the rest of the country. What came with these cold conditions was actually a lot of brutal winds, a lot of snow sometimes at certain places within the country, and also just a lot of very cold conditions with that. Nah? And what's unfortunate is the fact that on Sirius Mountain, there was snowfall. And obviously, Rona South Africans, we see snow on TV and we're just like, hey, man, if I get an opportunity to build a snowman, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to put that carrot as a nose. But now, the issue is that just next door of all that fun that was happening at Sirius Mountain, there were some people who unfortunately were living in informal settlements, and these conditions actually destroyed their homes. So now with that being said, I feel as though there's a bit of an issue because there are two different realities in Mzansi. And I just want to ask you guys, what's your take on it, these two different realities that we live in today in South Africa?
there's always two sides to every coin, right?
True.
So we have the people that were celebrating the snow because it's kind of new to them. And
True.
On the other side, it's destroying people's homes. So it is a good and a bad thing. But it all depends on whose side you're on, whose side you're looking at it from.
This is true. I feel, man. But then what do you guys think can actually be done about these two different standards of living within Mzansi and these divided sides, actually?
Do you want to take it, guys? Do you?
I totally think awareness is the key to everything. Just a matter of knowing that there's the other side of the coin if you're on this other side. So practice, patience, and balance. I think that's key to the two sides to bringing the two sides together. Just at least acknowledging.
True.
That's basically, my take on that.
Yeah. And you guys actually were on the show like just not so long ago, back in our old studios. Yeah. And I remember when I saw you guys, I was like, yes, like these O's are just out here doing the most. And they're young, just like me, which is something I really do respect now. So what I want to know from you guys is that, what do you guys think is holding ordinary people, I mean like people like me, young people like myself, from actually going out there and making a difference and doing something dope for their communities?
All right, so with that, I usually think it's because as a young person, you tend to not be aware of people around you who are actually going through the most.
Yes, sir.
So what we did, the way in which we started the organization, it was a pretty random act of kindness. It was just a day on campus, and then we decided, let's just collect food and go feed it to the homies who are less fortunate and need the food more than we do. So it's just as young people, if we're to come together for initiatives that are of goodwill and genuine and from the heart, then I think those are like the elements that will basically lead to exactly. You see, as young people, we usually come together for other things that are not so positive.
Yes, sir.
They're fun, no lies, they're fun.
I mean,
But,
we're not complaining. We're not complaining.
Yeah, so I think if it's just a matter of people just changing their mindsets as to more positive acts, then it would build a generation of people who do good deeds.
And my thing is that, but right now I just want to pick your brains a bit. Both of you guys actually spoke about the fact that maybe people are just not aware. So if we raise awareness, then it will be a thing whereby people actually be more compelled to go out there and actually make a difference. But now my question is, do you maybe think that people are aware of this, but it's just that us as South Africans, we sort of like normalized it. Like it's become a norm, that poverty is just a thing, that it's there and we're okay with it. What's your take on that, guys?
Well, my take on this is because, you don't see Hori, everything is not so normal for everyone. So you just take it, man, he or she has to go fund for themselves. True. You might be having all those qualifications and everything, but then you don't know which doors to knock on in order for you to be employed and all those things. So we as the FeedAHomelessHomie, we're trying to actually get out there and find those doors for these people, get them off the streets in order for them to get employed and inspire the other homies, you see. So that's the thing. We don't see life the same way.
Now I feel you.
And this might not be politically correct, but we live in a very narrow-minded society where job opportunities and jobs as a whole is just one thing. I mean, we look at engineering, we look at doctors, we look at lawyers, we look at commerce. Everything else we overlook, and there could be gaps in there which could be filled by people, but we live in a society where other professions are actually shamed.
True. I mean, everybody just wants to be an engineer, everybody wants to be a doctor, an accountant, but you could go out there and do the most with different things, man. You could go out there and become a farmer. I mean, just last week, Tuesday, we had some people in the agriculture industry who came through and actually told us that, there is money in this, come get these jobs, me. But we're taking, unfortunately, now I've got to shop you and it's time for us to head on over to an ad break. But as you guys all know, when we come back, the vibe continues on the Bluest Culture in Mzansi. We are holding it down for you, and it is all about turning Mandela Day into an everyday. Skr! Yeah. Ooh.
The Hollard Funeral Plan now pays up to 75,000 Rand within 24 hours. It also pays an additional 35,000 Rand per child towards their university fees. And if there's a claim for either you or your partner, we'll pay back all benefit premiums paid in.
At Hollard, siyaduduza because we understand the importance of family and friends coming together for the burial of someone close. We appreciate that you want to provide generously and say your farewells with dignity, and that you need the freedom to mourn without worrying about money. With affordable premiums and many optional benefits, a funeral plan from Hollard makes it all possible. To find out more about the Hollard funeral plan, simply send an SMS to the number on screen and we'll call you back. It could be the best call you'll ever make.
Attention all matriculants, did you know that if you apply early, you can secure your space at any university or college you choose on time? Make the right choice today and decide your future. Apply now and secure your place at a university or TVET college of your choice for the coming year. Visit www.careerhelp.org.za to get assistance on which subjects you need, which career suits your chosen subject, and a whole lot more. For more information, listen to the Keta radio show on Umhlobo Wenene, Thobela FM, Parafala FM, Mungana Lonene FM, Ukhozi FM, Lesedi FM, Likwalakwala FM, Mutsweding FM, Ikwekwezi FM, XK FM, True FM, and Araskhia.
If you want to apply to institutions of higher learning, it's important that you start now.
Apply now and take charge of your future today. This message was brought to you by SABC Education and the Department of Higher Education and Training.
Sore throat? Feels like bacteria and viruses are having a party. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain. Plus, it kills bacteria and viruses with 2 active ingredients. Double action in 1 lozenge. Take Strepsils.
Mom is always busy. She is awesome. But when she gets a bad cough, it's a mess.
Wood's Peppermint Cure relieves cough.
Now she's active and caring like always.
Wood's, always there to care.
As Tato has stated at the beginning of the show, he's created a new word, Mzansi. So I am saying, and you're watching YoTV Live right here with SABC1 Mzansi for sure. And we're back, guys, with the bluest couch in Mzansi. But like I said before, and like I said now, before we head over there, we gotta settle a few things before we get to the bluest couch in Mzansi. So I asked you guys on social media, how can we make every single day Mandela Day? All right, so I'm gonna read a few comments. And Tyler Khadebe says, by willing to assist others. That's very important, willing, okay? Z Inzi says, by willing to help the next person. Great minds think alike. And then Sally Sasa says, letting others to speak and help each other in bad times. As they say in Setswana, I never get khone. But you know what? I'm gonna make sure by the end of the show, I know it. Don't worry. Sally, don't worry. Alrighty, cool. But as you guys can see, I'm not joined by myself. Well, if that's ever a thing, joined by yourself. But I'm not sitting by myself, guys. I am joined by a lovely lady. Sage, how are you doing?
I'm all good, thank you.
Alrighty, so let's actually get into tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 18th of July. Everyone knows it as Madiba Day. But to you, what does it really mean?
Well, to me, it's just people getting together and helping each other. And I mean, Nelson Mandela stood for unity, so that's what it means to me.
And like, why do you think it's so important? Because I mean, anyone can, easily say that, Dada has been gone for about 5 years. So why are we still even celebrating this today?
I think Nelson Mandela is he's like a mascot, kind of.
Yeah.
He led the way, but he isn't the only reason why we're celebrating tomorrow. He showed us what to do, and we shouldn't just say, yeah, but how relevant is it? Because who is he? It's not just because now that he is no longer with us that we should forget what he taught us.
True.
The reason why he became such an icon was because of what he stood for, which we should continue because it's good for humanity.
Right, and we'll never forget about what uTata actually taught us. So, like I said, the bluest couch in Mzansi is actually waiting for us. I think they're right about ready right now. Tato, you all ready?
A little bit late. But yo, guys, where's the vibe, Mara? Where y'all at, man? Come on. Come on, the bluest culture in Mzansi is in full effect. It's your boy, El Presidente, holding it down for you guys. And today is all about creating every single day into a Mandela Day. And that is why I'm joined by the founder of FeedAHomelessHomie, the one and only Intego, which is a foundation and organization, really, that has just been out here doing the most, more and raising a whole lot of food and a whole lot of items to be able to go out there and give to the needy. But I can't say much about it because the champion is here himself, the founder himself, the king, the other El Presidente. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Intego. Hey. How are you, Maji?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm not, man. What's king? FeedAHomelessHomie. Yeah. But I mean, like, how has the journey been? Because I mean, from the last time we saw you guys, we've been following you guys on social media and seeing that you guys are just out here really just doing the most. How has it been? What are you guys working on? What's the future? What's happening?
Yeah, so, you know, with FeedAHomelessHomie, ever since the last time we came here, we have grown quite a bit, you know. We have made a few partnerships with some organizations so that they can help us become, like, you know, a stronger organization, you know, be a strong organization, basically. And also another thing, we partnered with some company that actually, when people come through to FeedAHomelessHomie, basically they get rewards. So it encourages people to come through so that they can get rewarded themselves also. It's like a 50-50, 50-50 thing, yeah.
Nah, I feel you, bro. But my issue is a good one nowadays, like you just said, you know, when people come through and actually help out, is that it creates a bit of an issue and a bit of a mission. It creates a bit of an issue because for some people, it becomes a thing of, no, we have to guilt trip everyone into actually doing acts of kindness. So what's your take on that? Is it important? Is it key? Is it something that we should be doing?
To be honest, I feel like we shouldn't guilt trip people into giving back, you know. With FeedAHomelessHomie, what we do is we try our best to make it as fun as possible. So when people see our videos on social media, they can see that these people are having fun, and in a way that encourages them to actually come through and join us in our monthly drives.
I see. And actually, for someone chilling like myself, people are at home, who really wants to go out there and actually do something, you know, to actually go out there and actually just have a random act of kindness and to really help out with the community at home. I mean, how do you start something like FeedAHomelessHomie?
Well, with me, how we started, I'll tell you a story. How we started, it was myself, Bongani, and Zukanye. So we stood outside the cafeteria on campus, and then we're like, guys, let's just ask other people to donate some food so that we can give it to homeless people on the streets. So that's what we did. That's how we started. And then from then we realized that, okay, people from Joburg wanted to join us. People from Kempton Park and Midrand also wanted to join us. So we're like, you know what? Okay, let's use this as an opportunity to make an organization and make it big, sort of like franchising an NPO. So we had
That's sick.
Yeah, so we started a branch in Johannesburg, started a branch in Kempton Park, and started a branch in Midrand. And we started in Pretoria initially, but then we spread out to all these different areas. So through giving back, we inspired other people to also want to give back to their communities also.
That's dope. But now the way that you make it sound good, but you make it sound effortless. Like, yeah, you know, we're just chilling on campus, we're having some lunch, we're like, yo, let's go help out a couple people, call people from Pretoria, you know, Kempton Park, Joburg, but I know it wasn't that easy. So talk to us actually about the difficulties really of starting an organization just like FeedAHomelessHomie.
You know, as a young person, there's some things that you don't know. You know, with us, one of our biggest challenges was that we didn't know what we're getting ourselves into. So we dived in and we didn't know how to swim. We just learned how to swim along the way. So as soon as we started, we realized that, okay, we need to register this thing so that people can actually take us seriously. We need to open a bank account so that people deposit money into our bank account. We need to go to SARS so that we can get a VAT number, a PBO number, you know, those things. So it was very difficult starting because we didn't know what was happening.
Awesome stuff, man. And now, for me, if I want to come to and actually volunteer and help out with FeedAHomelessHomie, how would a person like me chilling at home, right now even watching the show, how do I come through? How do I help out? Where do I find you guys?
Okay, if you want to find us, you can check out our website. It's www.feedahomelesshomie.com.
Yes, sir.
And then all our future events are on there. You can find more information about FeedAHomelessHomie. Basically, we're coming to a neighborhood near you.
That's dope. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And actually, when I'm speaking about going out, like you said earlier on, you guys are working with a certain company. I mean, is it difficult for people to actually come through and help out? Are certain companies actually reluctant to be out there to actually help you guys out, do what you guys are doing?
Yeah, in a way it is difficult because, I mean, we're young people. We don't really they assume that we don't know what we're doing. So it is kind of difficult because they can't trust us with money. They can't trust us with, you know, a lot of things. They think. Sure. Sure. But yeah, as time goes by, like we've seen companies actually come through wanting to help us out. No, so we're building a reputation for ourselves. So eventually we'll get to our big goal, which is getting FeedAHomelessHomie in every region in the country.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Now, early on in Global and throughout this entire show, I've been saying that it's all about turning every single day into a Mandela Day, because I personally feel as though that 67 minutes is just not enough. So talk to me actually about the importance of Mandela Day to you and to the rest of the organization.
Okay, Mandela Day is very important. Like Zook said earlier on, it creates awareness, and creating awareness is like the first step towards solving the problems we face in society. So everyone that comes through to FeedAHomelessHomie, we let them know, okay guys, we just came together for today, but okay, when we come through together, it's everyone coming through and giving out their contributions. But then as soon as we spread out, we encourage people to carry on giving back. It shouldn't be like a one-day thing where all of us just come together. So every day should be a Mandela Day, you know? Even if it's just making 4 slices of bread and then giving it to like a homeless homie, or a couple of people in your neighborhood.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. A homeless homie, right there. I actually like that word. I'm gonna use it from now on. But a while back, I actually took up some of my toys and I went out and I donated them to a charity house called Bethany House, actually back in Krugersdorp. And it was the greatest feeling ever that I actually received, you know? Just knowing that I was able to go out there and actually help out a couple of people. But what I want to know from you guys is that, because you guys do it like on a daily, what are some of the reactions that you guys get from the people that you do help? What has been the most beautiful reaction, rather, that you have seen?
Yo, there's been so many, but I'll talk about the recent one that we just had. So we bumped into a guy, he goes by the name of Sash. So he's been on the streets for like, I think close to 19 years or something like that. So he's been there for a very long time. And he's reached a point in his life where he doesn't want food anymore. He wants people to actually help him get out of the street. So like helping him with developing some skills, finding a place to stay, getting a job, you know, those sustainable things. So,
you know, seeing someone like that really just inspires you to keep on pushing. But as you guys all know, the conversation continues on the Bluest Culture in Mzansi. When we come back, we are joined by a lady from Just Love Movement, and they are all about actually doing 100,000 good deeds in 32 days. So check it out right after this ad break. Rabu Sekhale. Are you guys good? We good. Limnati? Yeah. Limnati, little yebo, yes. Limnati? Yebo, yes. Limnati? Yebo, yes. Oh, thank you, Mzansi. And Rabu Sekhale. This is the Bluest Couch in Mzansi.
We've been talking about funeral cover for many years.
One of the things I've noticed, me, is how different funerals can be across cultures.
But where they're all the same is that everyone wants a dignified funeral.
In my culture, there's a saying, ukufa umakoti wemizi yonke.
I like that. Death is a bride of every home. That means death can come to any family.
I chose a clientele funeral plan because it's affordable and suits my budget.
I chose clientele because they are an original. They've been around for a long time, and I know within my family are in good hands.
What is it that you want your family to do with the money when you're gone?
I told my family, I don't want a fancy funeral. They must come there for a cook sister and a sandwich, and then they must use the rest of the money for their future.
SMS dignified to 44053 and we'll call you back. Clientele funeral plans pay out in 24 hours. We will send you 200 Rand airtime when you claim. You can cover up to 13 people on one plan. Plans include grocery, unveiling, and transport benefits. 3 children are covered at no extra cost. What do you want your funeral to be like?
I would like my funeral to be dignified. My family and friends will still be sad, I hope. And my boys will be taken care of. I would like them to be educated because that's the most important thing for me. And that's where clientele comes in.
If you choose our ultimate plan, we will pay all your premiums back. Yes, all your premiums paid back on top of your cover amount.
Dankie clientele.
Clientele.
Clientele is the name I trust.
Clientele funeral plans.
It's your final gift of love.
SMS dignified to 44053 and we'll call you back. SMS now.
Where else would you find exclusive, real content?
And we find out why is it killing people.
Thrilling interviews.
Alcohol is a problem in our community.
You are against Mahabula. They wouldn't undress in front of us.
Showcasing Mzansi's freshest talent. That's Mzansi Insider every Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. only on SABC1, Mzansi for sure.
Hanging with YoTV.
Yes, you're still hanging with us right here on YoTV and SABC1 and Mzansi for sure. Where it is the bluest culture in Mzansi, it is your favorite hashtag YoTalk Tuesdays. But before we get into the bluest couch, guys, I have some very exciting news. And you might know this, but I'm just telling you again. As you guys know, Global Citizen is having a concert in December where Beyonce will be coming. Kiri Malume, Jay-Z, Kiri Debanji Wena, Kiri Tate Ed Sheeran, they will all be here. Now, this concert, unlike all the other concerts where you actually have to buy a ticket, we want you guys to actually do an act of kindness or service, and that's the only way that you can actually earn your ticket. So if you guys are part of that movement, make sure to hit us up on all of our social media platforms. Facebook is YoTV, Twitter is YoTV Live. But there's a couch that's ringing. It is the bluest couch. So let's go.
Hazing. To visualize the person and use verbal language to hurt them through visuality. Thank you, Mr. Msivi.
So this is done because you want to feel like the big person, or you want to release the anger that you have inside on other people.
Bullying is an intimidating act to do on a weak person to make them do what you want, or it is ill-treating a person to make them do what you want, like taking their money and hitting them.
So your first presentation, we didn't talk about hazing, and I found that when I visited your groups, a lot of you were confused about what hazing means. And even from your presentations, I think it's the one that's coming out to not being understood quite well. I think most of you understand emotional bullying, verbal bullying. You understand cyber bullying. So let's talk about what hazing is. You would, if you want to join these nice guys or a kind of top kind of guys in a college or in your school, in high school, then you will have to go around saying something that will embarrass you, that will humiliate you, so that eventually you think that you will fall into a particular group. But most of the time they make you do that and you even never become part of the group, because they do that to just make a fool out of you, to humiliate you. That is hazing. And I'm going to explain what bullying is now in a nutshell, combining all your thoughts. Remember when we started, we said that no one is wrong, right? So the first thing that I want us to be aware of is that bullying is a behavior. So it's not, you've listed ways of bullying, but bullying is a behavior. What kind of behavior? It's an aggressive behavior. So it's not just a behavior, but it's an aggressive behavior, right? So it's a behavior that is aggressive, and usually it is repeated. So it is a behavior that is aggressive. Before we even get to aggressive, rather, let me also say that it is, the important part is that it is intentional. You don't bully someone by mistake. It doesn't happen. You don't bully someone by mistake. It's an intentional behavior that is usually repeated in trying to victimize whoever that gets affected. So one, it's a behavior, it is intentional, it is not nice. Let's go to the second page of our file. Second page, after your name, what's written there?
No one likes you.
No one likes you.
And continue.
Stop being mean on the screen. Stop bullying.
What kind of bullying is that? But here's another fun fact about bullying. It is something that is repeated over time. And actually it gets addictive. you end up enjoying bullying because it's the only way you know how to deal with things or how to get your way around. Let's hear it from Tando.
Yeah, noma udlala ibhola like mawulazi ibhola kakhulu mawufika lapha emajideni mawufika lapha usicela ukudlala dlala nawe wena.
So you know soccer and you know it too well, but because of the same fact that you know it too well, they exclude you. Okay, so yeah, it's also jealousy. Let's get to know Tando, from Tando to Tando.
Noma mawusesikolweni mabakwazi ukuthi wena uhlezi uphathe into esineranga.
Again, class. Do you see? Like what you said, it's around class. If you don't fit in our class, when you carry cheap food and we buy the fancy stuff at the tuck shop at the school, so you're not gonna eat us because you're gonna cramp our style.
Why are you pushing me? Be short, bro.
Four, 3, 2, 1. And our time is up. Of course.
What you doing?
What do you mean? I'm trying to study, man.
Study for what?
Huh? Because I'm gonna get an A in my class.
You think you're better than us? You think you're better than me?
I never said it.
So why you study?
Because I just want to get good marks.
Why can't you be like the rest of us? No one's perfect. Don't try and make yourself perfect.
I'm not all of y'all, huh?
So?
I'm myself.
I don't ask you.
So Nkareke thought a missed call from the blue culture, and then instead the anti-bully campaign decided to send us a DM. So Kaprasa accept the mo. Marayano Tata said, already, like really? He's ready. So Tato, for the last time, Mimona President, Mzansi Yansi, li ready for the blues culture in Mzansi. Let's go.
Yeah, boy, yes, we're taking it. I am fully in. Ke charged up ke kene mone debate di bofetsa go refresh and araba for the rest of this blue couch segment mpenche mara la tsebe gore early on I did tell you guys I will be I will be joined by a very phenomenal human being, and she goes by the name of Veronica. She's part of the Just Love movement, whereby they're actually aiming to do 100,000 good deeds. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one and only Veronica. So Veronica, holler at me, talk to me, you know. I mean, first of all, are you good?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Are you good?
I'm 100%. I'm in the zone right now. I'm among kings and queens over here, man. You know what I'm saying? But yo, talk to me, man. I mean, like 100,000 good deeds. I mean, like that's a big number. I mean, what is the motivation behind this big, ambitious, actually goal, really?
Well, for us, it wasn't that big because we were like, wow, there are more than 100,000 people on the planet, so 100,000 good deeds isn't a big deal. So we're thinking, okay, globally, that's a vibe. So our goal is really just influenced by what we could do globally more than what we could do in our small group of volunteers and leaders. So that's why it's 100,000, because we think it could reach.
That's what's up.
That's what's up,
man. Now, initially, you know, my birdie, my inside person, went out. They were doing a bit of scrolling and stuff, and actually found out that your aim was to actually, you know, achieve most of this between June 16, which was Youth Day, and also from till the 18th of July, which is obviously Mandela Day, which is tomorrow. I mean, like, why this space? Why between these two periods of time?
Well, we thought, okay, it's Youth Month, and we are youth, we are the youth, and it's the perfect time to just start such an initiative that makes people motivated, you know, to motivate them to do something good or to do something for somebody else. And we thought, okay, since Mandela's what would be Mandela's birthday is on the 18th. Let's use this time to just raise awareness. And he is turning 100, so we took the 100 and we're like, wow, what could we do with 100? And we thought of 100,000 things.
Zeros.
Exactly.
Guys, get a little risky out there. Now got 100,000 good deeds. Guys, that's a lot, man. But actually speaking about the deeds, you know, was the aim to do big deeds or small deeds or just deeds of any kind? Because I mean, like opening the door, isn't it like a deed?
Well, now that brings us to the question, what is a deed? A deed is doing something that you would like to have done to yourself. Awesome. So a deed is maybe giving somebody a ride to work, or giving somebody a ride to school, or it could be donating, giving somebody something on the side of the road. It could be anything. So there isn't really a size. It's more about a heart issue. What's in your heart, and that is what will determine whether it's a deed or not.
So what you're basically saying is that if I want a foot massage, I need to go home and massage my mother's feet. that's sort of like what you're trying to get at, but it's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Yes.
I see you. Why was the aim young people? Because like you said earlier on, you know what? It's all about inspiring the youth. Why is it about the young people?
Well, first of all, there's so few of us. I think the youth, we are so distracted with so many things that in the industry of giving and, philanthropy and just doing good deeds, there's so few of us. And I think it's just the time to be alive. It's the perfect time to just start something when you're young, when you don't have the responsibilities of kids and bills and all of these things. And I feel like the youth, we should be more inspired to give more than, because there's so much that has been given to us. And as we speak of Nelson Mandela, he paid a sacrifice that we will never actually understand. And we can only respond to certain things like that, and just by giving. And I think it's just the perfect time to do it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I feel so inspired, man. The show is done. Catch us down by the streets. We're going to get some bread. We're going to slice it up. We're going to something because it's all about doing the love, man. Now I'm playing. The show's still continuing. But talk to us actually about how just the love movement actually came about. What inspired you guys to actually get into it,
Well, we're a group of 4 individuals, and we all go to the same church. And what happened was, it was actually quite radical. I was like, wow, I want to start something that is about giving. And then my co-founders like, yeah, me too. And then the other one was like, yeah, me too. So it was one of those, oh my gosh, I want to do this too. And we just came together and we're like, let's do it. And when we came up with the words just love, we're like, oh my word, how more simple to just describe who God is. But God, we believe God is love. So we're like, okay, so all we're going to do is respond to his love and just love back. And that's exactly how Just Love began, and that's exactly what we're doing.
That's what's up, man. Goodness gracious. But talk to us actually about some of the highlights about what you guys have actually done. What are some of the biggest highlights that you have actually come across?
Well, what we do is that we basically theme our outreaches. Every month there's a theme, and every theme is to do with whatever it is that we're focusing on in that month. So we go from children to orphanages to hospitals. It's a variety of things that we do. But the biggest thing that we do is at the end of the year, we do a Christmas charity drive where we travel outside of Johannesburg, and we just, bring the things that have been collected as donations, and we just give it unto people that are not in Joburg. And that's the traveling aspect of us.
I feel you, man. But now sustainability is the key, because at the end of the day, 67 minutes, just like I've been hopping the whole show, is just not enough. So I'm actually going to throw this question to everyone really in studio right now. How do we go about starting something that just lasts longer than just one day or just an hour, really? Starting with you, Veronica.
Okay, well, I would say, you know what, the first thing you need to do is recognize that there's a problem. If there's a problem around you, you are the best person to actually do something about it, because you're the one who's seeing it. So I would say the moment you see there's a problem, then you start thinking, okay, what's the best way to solve this problem? And what's the solution? Exactly. And when you see the problem and you have somewhat of a solution, don't be afraid to ask for help, because now you can't do everything by yourself. Always invite people, make it fun. You're young, do what you need to do, but the best thing you can do right now as a young person is ask for help, and don't be afraid to say that you don't know what you're doing and how to do it, and just start, man, just do it. And that's how you do it. Yeah.
I see you. But now, guys, like I said, sustainability is the key. How do we go about creating something that actually lasts longer than just one day or just an hour? Because eradicating poverty isn't just going out and giving a sandwich just once a year. So what would you guys say is the key to that?
Okay, you get together with consistent people, like with FeedAHomelessHomie, or all united with the same passion to feed homeless people, and you need to be consistent about it, because it's good helping someone once a week, but it's not going to help them in the long run. So we thought about, okay, it needs to be every month. So since 2015, we've been consistent with it. So I think the main important thing is consistency.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And then obviously, speed. Ke go mplele gore wena sustainability re shapa jwang re shapa yang?
Well, from my point of view, gore
you need to be willing to do it and don't expect something in return. And always have a big heart. Okay, I'm doing this for someone and it's going to make them happy at the end of the day.
Yes,
and
sir.
it needs to lift a load off your shoulders.
That's what's
you
up.
know,
That's what's up.
and go to bed with a smile on your face.
That's what's up. Speak about actually having smiles on our faces. Unfortunately, right now, I've got a bit of a frown because the blues culture in Mzansi has come to an end. It's time for all of us here to love and leave you. But remember that it's all about spreading love from tomorrow and every single day onwards. From your boy, El Presidente, from Feed a Homeless Homie, from Just Love Movement. It has been a dope show. Are you guys good? Yeah. The vibe is amazing for uTata Mandela. The legacy continues. Skoo!
We're going to wipe the floor with them. And you're going to pay my costs for the next 20 years.
I'll see you in court.
You and who?
You don't want to end up in court. But when you do, let Clientele Legal tackle your court appearance for you.
Let Clientele Legal tackle your legal problems. Whether it is a car accident, unfair dismissal, uncontested divorce, unfair blacklisting, or a wrongful arrest, we have tough professional lawyers standing by to assist you.
The service at Clientele Legal was quick, professional. I felt like I was the only client.
With the help of Clientele Legal, I kept my job and I can support my family.
SMS Clientele to 41445 and we'll call you back. SMS now. When you go to a private lawyer, you'll be charged for every phone call, every letter, every consultation. But our legal plans cover everything.
I definitely got value for money. It didn't cost me a cent, just my monthly premium.
There was one man with his lawyer against a big bank, and I won.
Clientele is the name I trust.
I bought a set of these chairs, but this one is broken.
There's nothing wrong with this chair. Look.
I've got rights. Please change it to avoid legal action.
You won't have a leg to stand on.
Level the playing field. Join Clientele Legal today. No matter who you are or what your background is, you have rights. Clientele Legal will protect them.
No matter how big or small your legal problems, don't tackle them by yourself. Clientele Legal will do the tough work for you. SMS Clientele to 41445 and we'll call you back. SMS now.
Benji, vibe today is all about turning Mandela Day into an everyday, and that is why on the Blues Culture vibe we have two people representing two different organizations coming together and hooking us up with tips as to how we as the youth can actually go out there and really do the most. I know let's show holding it down. Main things.
Yeah, bro. Alrighty, guys. So the first one is Mandela Day is a challenge to all of us. Nelson Mandela was literally a living act of service each and every single day of his life. We know he actually dedicated other people's needs before his own. So just that should actually just give us an idea of the life that we should actually lead. Yeah, bro.
That's what's up, man. And then coming in at number 2 is the fact that 67 minutes is a start and not a finish. Guys, eradicating poverty, like we said in the Blues Culture in Mzansi, it's not just going to take 1 hour and a couple of minutes after that. It's actually just going to take a whole lot of sustainability and a lot of consistency, and all of us really coming together as a nation and as a people for humanity and helping out the people who unfortunately are living in poverty and very bad conditions, man. So like I said before, the progression is more important than perfection.
Yeah.
So get right into it and go out there and make a difference. Start something permanent, start something temporary. As long as you're starting something and you're doing the most.
Hello, bars on bars. And then coming in at number 3 is that doing good can actually impact the one who gives and the one who actually receives. I mean, Tato, if you go out and you give out, a whole bunch of blankets, imagine the self-fulfillment that you're actually going to have in your heart, So, just that, it just leads that, domino effect, and you can actually inspire other people to actually do good. Like Tato always had said that the life that you live is about the difference that you had made in other people's lives, and that will truly determine the life that you do lead. So, from myself, QOT, I feel like I'm done my job.
From your boy, El Presidente. Tomorrow we celebrate another Presidente, probably the greatest of all time. And the only way that we can do it right when I'm on YoTV is with the energy. So right now, everybody, we finna go crazy for Mandela. Get in there, get in there, get in there.
See you guys tomorrow.
Uthixo wami unenxeba wathumela ingelosiso ndinceda ubomi bami bebuxinene nhlonta njengomntu osandiqonda belivele ithemba mna bona ngezinto bendizenza ubuhlobo belobungaka bona ndidlula bandikhathala kodwa yaphela yonke loo nto ndodibana nentombi emlanjeni bendithi ngumamlambo xa yenoma ndibhideka engqondweni yaphela yonke loo nto ndodibana nentombi emlanjeni kwandikuphumilanga xa yenoma ndibhideka engqondweni ondithe kunanguwe ukuhlukana sose kulunge iyipili impili nzima ngaphandle kwakho ndithe kunanguwe ukuhlukana sose kulunge ndiyibonile impili nzima ngaphandle kwakho. If I let me go, never let me go. Ukuba bendazile, ukuba ngenye imini uzandinceda. Bendizawukhalela ntoni, ndizazi yeza lam lise. Noma bendiligqirha mna still, akho nto bengayenza ixesha lingafiki ndingabalana ntoni akho nto endingayizama yaphela yonke loo nto ndodibana nentombi emlanjeni bendithi ngumamlambo xa yenoma ndibhideka engqondweni kodwa yaphela yonke loo nto ndodibana nentombi emlanjeni kwathi kuphumilanga xa yenoma ndibhideka engqondweni
The Remix, new shows starting 20 July, Fridays at 6.